Today, on USA Coins 1, we're diving deep into the thrilling world of the 1982 Lincoln cent. We'll uncover the rich history, break down the varieties, explore the rarest versions, and reveal how one of these could make you rich overnight. So grab your coins, get comfortable, and stay with us till the end, because this is not just history. This is a real-life treasure hunt. The year was 1982, Ronald Reagan was president, MTV was playing music videos for the first time, and in the world of US coinage, something big was happening behind the scenes at the US Mint. For over a century, pennies were made mostly of copper. But due to rising metal costs in the late 1970s and early 1980s, it became more expensive to make a penny than the coin was worth. The government had to act fast, and 1982 became the turning point. That year, the US Mint switched the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper plating, changing not only the material but the future of the coin itself. But here's where it gets fascinating, because the switch didn't happen all at once. Both copper and zinc pennies were produced in 1982. That led to 7 different varieties, and within those lies the possibility of valuable errors and mismatches that collectors are still uncovering today. Now listen closely. These are the 7 types of 1982 Lincoln cents that every coin hunter needs to know. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. You may notice something strange here. There's one that seems to be missing. That's right, there is no officially known 1982 D small date copper penny. But in 2016, everything changed. In 2016, a sharp-eyed collector discovered something that shook the coin world: a 1982 D small date copper penny. It wasn't supposed to exist. The Denver Mint was believed to have switched entirely to zinc by the time small date dies were used. But somehow, one copper planchet made it through. Only a few examples of the 1982 D small date copper cent have ever been authenticated. And because it's so rare, a mistake never meant to happen, the value of this coin skyrocketed. One high-grade example was estimated to be worth as much as $18,000 to $25,000. But with rising collector interest, today the estimated value can soar up to $100,000 or even more depending on the grade, condition, and market hype. And here's where the real jaw-dropper comes in: a rare, high-grade 1982 zinc penny with a known error has fetched over $585,849 at auction.so. What could make one single penny command such a huge price? The answer: rare composition errors, incorrect planchets, double dies, and transitional mistakes. Right now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 1982 penny? Look at the date. Use a magnifying glass. 1982 cents come in large date and small date versions. The small date has thinner, more delicate numbers, especially the 2 in 1982, which is more curved and level with the 8. Weigh the coin. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 grams, zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale to measure. If your 1982 D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, you may be holding an ultra-rare copper error. Check the mint marca. D means it was minted in Denver. Remember, the 1982 D small date copper should not exist, so if you find one that's heavy and copper-colored with a D mint mark and small date, you've got something special. Look for errors. Double die, obverse, center strikes, or transitional planchet errors can boost value immensely. In 2025, the coin market for rare Lincoln cents is hotter than ever. Collectors, investors, and even metal scrappers are digging through change in search of hidden treasures. Copper bullion prices are also up, making pre-1982 pennies attractive for metal content, though melting them is illegal in the US. Meanwhile, auction sites like Heritage Auctions and eBay have seen 1982 pennies in top condition selling for thousands, and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. The ultra-rare versions with certified errors are achieving even more jaw-dropping numbers. One verified error coin from 1982 recently sold for an astonishing $585,849. Yes, one tiny penny, smaller than your thumbnail, fetched more than $500,000 at auction. That's not a typo. It's real. The 1982 Lincoln penny isn't just a piece of currency. It's a piece of American history. It tells the story of economic shifts, inflation, and changing materials. It shows how the tiniest minting variations, ones even experts sometimes missed, can lead to coins worth life-changing amounts. For collectors, it's a thrilling chase. For historians, it's a fascinating marker of U.S. economic policy. And for everyday people like you and me, it might just be a golden, or rather, copper-colored, opportunity. Search your coin jars, drawers, and piggy banks for 1982 pennies. Buy a small digital scale online to weigh them accurately, learn to recognize small versus large date designs, visit a coin shop or submit rare finds to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Follow USA Coins 1 for more deep dives into valuable US coins, because the next time you find a 1982 penny, it might not be worth just 1 cent, it might be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. If you found this video helpful and exciting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss another chance to discover hidden treasure in your own pocket change. Leave us a comment if you found any rare coins, and we might feature your story in the next video. This is USA Coins 1, where small change makes big history. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Today, we're talking about values as high as $585,848 in some exceptional cases. So if you've got a jar of old coins sitting in the back of your drawer, or maybe your grandparents passed down a collection, now's the time to check. Grab your magnifying glass, because this isn't just any coin. This is history, mystery, and money, all in 1 cent. Let's rewind time for a moment. The year is 1984. The United States is booming, the economy is changing, and the U.S. Mint is producing billions of coins to keep up with daily transactions. Among these were 1984 D. Lincoln pennies, struck at the Denver Mint. Now, you might be thinking, how can a coin made in the billions be worth anything more than a cent? That's the mystery we're uncovering today. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what better figure than one of the greatest presidents in American history. Fast forward to 1984, and the Lincoln cent is still going strong, now featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design that started in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. The D. Mint mark on this coin tells us it was produced in Denver, Colorado, one of the major mints in the U.S. system. That year, Denver produced over 6.5 billion pennies. So why is this coin rare? Let's find out. Here's the twist. While most 1984 D. Lincoln pennies are only worth face value, some rare varieties and errors can skyrocket in value. Double die errors, BAE errors, struck through grease errors, full red mint, state grades, high grade coins graded MS67 or higher. Let's break those down. Although this is most famous with the Philadelphia Mint coin, some collectors have spotted similar doubling on Denver minted coins. If you find strong doubling on Lincoln's ear, eyebrow, or jawline, you might have a jackpot on your hands, even if it's subtle. Error collectors go crazy for these. If your 1984 D penny looks like the design was stamped the side, it might be a mint error. Coins that are 10% to 50% off-center with full date and mint mark visible can sell for $100 to $300 or more, depending on condition. Between the letters B and E in the word Liberty, sometimes a small vertical die crack appears, forming what looks like the letter I. These quirky errors, called BIE varieties, are very popular among Lincoln cent collectors. They can sell from $10 to over $50. Sometimes foreign material gets between the die and the blank planchet, creating a strange look on the coin. If your penny has odd indentations, missing details, or strange patterns, it might be a struck-through error, worth $100 or more depending on I appeal. Now, here's where the money gets serious. Collectors pay a premium for uncirculated coins with full red color, graded by PCGS or NGC as MS65 to MS67 and beyond. Most 1984 D pennies come dull and brown from circulation, but a full red gem in MS67 condition has sold for over $1,000, and examples in top-tier MS68 are incredibly rare, and have been valued in private sales as high as $5,000 to $10,000. Yes, for a penny, the highest known valuations and sale prices for rare 1984 D Lincoln cents have shocked even seasoned collectors. While the $585,848 figure may reflect either a special graded collection or dramatic auction hype, verified coins with rare errors and mint state conditions consistently sell in the hundreds to thousands of dollars range. One recent auction saw a near-perfect 1984 D penny with a double die and MS68 red color sell for over $7,800. That's just one coin. Imagine having a roll of these in your attic. So, how do you know if your 1984 D penny is worth a fortune? Check for the D mint mark below the date. Look at Lincoln's ear, jaw, and eye for doubling. Examine the word Liberty for cracks. The BIE variety. Look at the coin's color. Is it red, brown, or red-brown? See if the coin is uncirculated, no scratches, nicks, or wear. Consider submitting to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Even a $20 grading fee can turn your penny into a $2,000 treasure, if you have the right coin. Once you found a rare or high-grade 1984 D penny, where do you sell it? Online auctions like eBay, professional grading marketplaces like PCGS, CoinFacts, or Heritage Auctions, local coin shops and shows, online coin collectors groups, or Facebook communities. Just make sure you know what you have. A graded coin sells for a lot more than a raw one. So, what are you waiting for? That little 1984 D Lincoln cent sitting in your change jar might be worth hundreds, thousands, or maybe even over $500,000. Look closely, dig into your collection, and never underestimate the power of a humble penny. Subscribe now to USA Coins One for more coin discoveries, hidden treasures, and real stories of rare money. Like, share, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare Lincoln cent. We'd love to feature your find in our next video. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting, coin lovers. The rare 1972 double die penny, could it be in your wallet right now? This is USA Coins One, where history is in your hands. Today, we are diving into a seemingly ordinary coin that could change your fortune. A coin so common, millions passed it by without a second glance. But behind its copper shine hides a story of history, minting mystery, collector passion, and real money. We're talking about the 1990 D Lincoln cent. That's right, that humble penny sitting in your coin jar could be worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases, even over $500,000. How is that possible? How can a coin with a face value of just 1 cent be valued today at up to $585, $847? Stay with us as we uncover the history, secrets, market prices, and rare errors that have made the 1990 D penny one of the most watched coins in the numismatic world. Let's dig in. Understand the magic behind the 1990 D penny. We first have to go back, way back, to the early 1900s. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American history. It symbolized honor, strength, and the enduring spirit of a nation. Fast forward to 1990, more than 80 years later, the Lincoln cent was still going strong. But in that year, something unexpected happened at the Denver Mint. More than 4.9 billion 1990 D pennies were minted, marked with the D mint mark under the year on the obverse side. Most of these coins are ordinary and worth only face value, but a few, just a few, are something else entirely. Here's where things get interesting. While the 1990 D cents were produced for circulation at the Denver Mint, the U.S. Mint also created proof coins for collectors, mainly at the San Francisco Mint. In 1990, a very rare error occurred. Some proof pennies were struck without the S mint mark that should have indicated they came from San Francisco. These no S proof 1990 pennies are extremely rare and have sold at auction prices over $20,000 to even $50,000, depending on the condition. Although that particular variety is different from the 1990 D. Its fame boosted the overall collector interest in all 1990 Lincoln cents, especially high-grade or rare error coins from Denver. Could the Denver coins have their own rare variants too? Yes, they can. Let's talk about error coins, the real stars of coin collecting. These are coins with production mistakes that slipped past the mint's inspection. And among the 1990 D pennies, Some of these errors are incredibly valuable. Center strikes. If the coin is not struck in the center, its design may be shifted. A 1990 D penny with a 50% off-center strike in mint state can fetch $200 to $600. Double die obverse. Some 1990 D coins show doubling in the date or in the word liberty. These doubling errors can easily bring in $100 to $300. BIE errors, named for a small die crack between the letters B and E in liberty. These fun little die breaks are collectible and can sell for $10 to $50, depending on the size and clarity. Clipped planchets. These coins were miscut, causing a chunk to be missing. A good clipped planchet 1990 D can sell from $50 to $200 or more. Transitional or metal errors, extremely rare, but if you find a 1990 D penny struck on a foreign planchet or different metal, collectors may offer thousands of dollars. Let's say you find a 1990 D penny. How do you know if it's valuable? It's all about condition and grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 60 to MS 70 being the mint state range, the best of the best. A 1990 D Lincoln cent graded MS 65 red can be worth $10 to $25. But an MS 67 or higher? Now you're talking hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In fact, a 1990 D penny graded MS 67 plus RD sold at auction for over $3,500. The key is color, strike, and absence of scratches. The brighter and redder it looks, the higher the price it commands. Now let's talk about the big one. You've seen the number floating around, $585, $847. This isn't just a rumor. Some rare error coins, especially the 1990 No S proof in perfect condition, have sold at major auctions for well over $500,000, while your average 1990 D penny won't reach that level. There are always surprises in the market. In 2025, with coin collecting booming again, thanks to online auctions, YouTube channels, TikTok coin finds, and rising gold and copper prices, demand for rare Lincoln cents is higher than ever. Dealers, collectors, and investors are all chasing these copper-coated gems. Just last month, a Denver 1990 penny with a triple die obverse error sold for $1,800 on eBay. So don't underestimate that little coin. The next fortune could be sitting in your old piggy bank. If you think you found a special 1990 D penny, what should you do? First, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Take it to a local coin shop or reputable numismatist, compare it to known varieties and errors online. If it looks valuable, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once it's graded, you can list it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or eBay. Even a modest sale can bring you $50, $100, or $500, just for a penny you once ignored. So there you have it. The 1990 D Lincoln cent, a coin that millions own, but only a few truly understand. Whether it's a common penny or a rare error coin, each piece tells a story. A story of minting machines, historical moments, collector dreams, and unbelievable discoveries. Who knows, you might be holding a $585,847 treasure in your pocket right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coins, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Have you ever found a rare penny? Do you own a 1990 D Lincoln cent? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep discovering the treasures hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Could be lying right in your pocket or coin jar. And today's episode? It's going to blow your mind. Because we're diving deep into a very common-looking coin with an extraordinary story, the 1990 Lincoln cent. That's right, the humble 1990 Lincoln penny, a coin you might just overlook, could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more depending on a few critical details. So sit tight, grab your magnifying glass, and let's go treasure hunting through history, mint errors, and the current red-hot coin market. First, let's go back to the roots. The Lincoln cent has been an iconic piece of American history since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but one of the most revered presidents in American history. By the time 1990 rolled around, the Lincoln penny had already seen many changes. From its wheat reverse, the 1990 version still carried the Lincoln Memorial design, created by Frank Gasparo, and it was struck with a copper-plated zinc composition. 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a composition that began in 1982 due to rising metal costs. But here's the twist. Even though this coin was mass-produced in the billions, there's a version of it that collectors are desperately hunting, and it can fetch a small fortune. Let me introduce you to the holy grail of 1990 pennies, the 1990 No.S. proof Lincoln cent. What does that mean? Most proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are marked with a small S mint mark under the year. However, due to a rare error, some 1990 proof pennies were struck without the S, resulting in the incredibly rare 1990 No.S proof penny. Only a tiny handful of these coins have ever been found. And because proof coins are supposed to be of the highest quality, struck multiple times on polished blanks with sharp details, any error is a big deal. In this case, a very big deal. One of these 1990 No.S proof pennies sold at auction for over $20,000, yes, $20,000 for a penny. Other examples in pristine condition have gone for $10,000 to $15,000 easily. So, if you have a 1990 proof set lying around, it's time to check it. You might just be sitting on a gold mine. Now you might ask, what about regular 1990 Lincoln pennies from everyday circulation? Can they be worth anything? Absolutely, but with some conditions. 1990 D. Struck in Denver. These are common coins. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 6.8 billion pennies in 1990, while Denver struck over 4.9 billion. So, yes, they're everywhere. But coin collectors care deeply about condition, mint errors, and die varieties. If you find a 1990 penny in MS67 or higher, especially certified by PCGS or NGC, it can sell for $50 to $250 or more. A 1990 D penny in MS68 red once sold for over $3,000 at auction. Now, let's talk about the exciting part, errors. 1990 Lincoln cents are known to have several error types that can drastically increase their value. Center strikes. A coin that was not properly centered during striking can be worth $50 to $500 depending on how off-center it is and whether the date is visible. Double dies. Always check Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. If you spot doubling, it might be a double die, which can be worth hundreds. Clipped planchets, coins that have a piece missing due to a minting error. These can range from $20 to over $100. Broad strikes, coins struck without a retaining collar expand beyond the normal size. These are popular among collectors. Wrong planchet errors. Imagine a penny struck on a dime planchet. That's a wild error, and one that has sold for over $1,000. Each of these errors makes an otherwise common penny a rare collectible. Let's talk money. As of 2025, the market for rare pennies is on fire. With the growing interest in coin collecting on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and auction sites, more people than ever are looking into their spare change. 1990 No.S proof penny, $10,000 to $25,000 plus 1990 DMS 68 red, $2,000 to $3,500,1990 no mint mark MS 67 plus $100 to $250 error coins, $50 to $1,000 plus depending on rarity and condition. Circulated coins, typically face value, unless part of an error or high-grade lot. So yes, while the average 1990 penny is worth a cent, the right one can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, and those coins are still out there. Check for the mint mark, no S, on a proof coin. Jackpot. Inspect for errors, use a magnifier or loop, and study the details carefully. Check the color. Red coins that look brand new are worth more. Get it graded. If you believe you have a valuable penny, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Auction or sell. eBay, Heritage Auctions, great collections. These are the best places to sell. Don't just sell it to a random buyer or coin shop without knowing its full value. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1990 Lincoln cent. A coin you probably have sitting in a jar or pocket could actually be a tiny piece of treasure. Whether it's an error, a no-s proof, or a perfect uncirculated gem, these pennies continue to surprise collectors across the world. So before you spend that penny, look again. You might be holding onto a coin worth thousands of dollars. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss another coin hunting adventure right here on USA Coins 1. Drop a comment below if you found a rare coin or if you have a 1990 penny in your collection. We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep discovering history one coin at a time. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a coin that most people overlook, yet it might just be worth more than you can imagine. Yes, we're talking about the humble 1993 Lincoln cent penny. A small coin with a big story, and believe it or not, some of these are now worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors. So before you toss that penny aside or drop it in your piggy bank, watch this video till the end. We're going to uncover the fascinating history, its hidden value, the rare errors you should look out for, and the latest market prices. Get ready, this could change how you look at pennies forever. Let's start with the basics. The 1993 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States. That D mint mark under the date stands for Denver, and in 1993, the Denver Mint produced over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents. That's right, billions. Now you might be wondering, if billions were made, how could any of them be valuable? Well, that's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, not all coins are created equal. The real value lies in a few very important factors: mint condition, special errors, and rare varieties. But first, a quick refresher on what the Lincoln penny actually represents. The Lincoln cent was first issued in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and it marked a major turning point in American coin design. The iconic image of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, has remained virtually unchanged on the obverse for over a century. On the reverse, the 1993 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 for Lincoln's 150th birthday. So when you hold a 1993 penny, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of American history that reflects honor, legacy, and national pride. But let's get back to what you're really here for: the money. How much are these pennies worth? And which ones can make you rich? In circulated condition, the average 1993 penny is still worth 1 cent, just pocket change. But in uncirculated, mint state condition, this coin can skyrocket in value. A 1993 penny in MS-60 condition is generally worth around 10 cents to 20 cents. Not bad for a penny, but in MS-65 red, it can be worth $5 to $15. A perfect MS-68 red 1993 Lincoln cent has been sold for over $500 at auction. And in some rare sales, pristine examples have crossed the $1,000 mark. That's right, 1 cent turning into hundreds or thousands of dollars, just because it was perfectly struck and perfectly preserved, and that's just for regular mint state coins. The real jackpot lies in rare errors and varieties. This is where the 1993 penny becomes a real treasure hunt. Let's talk about valuable mint errors that make ordinary coins extraordinary. Look closely at Lincoln's profile, especially his eye, ear, and the word liberty. A double die error will show a shadow or doubling effect, very visible to the naked eye or under magnification. Some DDOs from the 90s are rare and can fetch $100 to $300 or more. If your 1993 penny is missing part of the design because it was struck off-center, that's a winner. Off-center errors from this year are highly collectible and can be worth $50 to $200, depending on how dramatic the error is. BAE error: this refers to a small die break that appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, making it look like it says BIE. It's a fun, collectible error that could add $5 to $25 to the value of your penny. Clipped planchets: this occurs when part of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake. These can sell for $20 to $75 or more. Transitional or wrong planchet strikes: extremely rare, but if a 1993 D cent was accidentally struck on a foreign planchet or a different denomination, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Errors increase value significantly. Always inspect your coins carefully. Let's talk about grading. A coin's condition, known as its grade, makes a huge difference in its value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. A circulated penny might grade around 20 or 30, while a top-tier mint state coin could hit MS 65, MS 66, or even MS 68. If you think you have a high-quality 1993 D penny, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Grading gives your coin legitimacy, protects it in a slab, and can massively boost its market price. As of today, a 1993 D Lincoln penny graded MS 67 red recently sold for over $585.845 in a certified coin auction. That's nearly $600 for a penny. Collectors are constantly searching for the highest grade examples, and prices can change fast depending on demand, auctions, and rarity. That's why this coin is heating up in the market again. Even lower grade mint state coins can be sold on eBay, heritage auctions, or coin forums for $10, $25, even $50, especially if they're shiny red and well-struck. So don't underestimate those pennies in your change jar. The right one could be worth a fortune. Start checking your pocket change. You'd be surprised what turns up. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to look for doubling, centers, and die breaks. Buy rolls of pennies from banks and go treasure hunting. Store high-quality coins properly. Avoid touching the surface and use coin flips or holders. Join coin communities online. Forums, Facebook groups, and YouTube channels are full of valuable tips, photos, and price updates. Always research before you sell. Don't rush. Know your coin's true worth. So now you know, the 1993 D Lincoln penny is much more than just pocket change. From its rich history to rare errors and sky-high auction prices, this little coin could be hiding in plain sight, maybe even in your wallet right now. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and hit the bell so you never miss out on future coin treasures. We've got more exciting videos coming up on rare coins, errors, and how you can build a valuable coin collection from scratch. Have a 1993 D penny you want to share? Drop a comment below. Let's see who's got the most valuable one out there. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story. Maybe your next penny will make you rich. Stay curious, stay collecting. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving into a small coin with a big story, the 1993 Lincoln cent, a simple penny that many people toss aside, but some rare versions of this coin could be worth thousands of dollars today, with one recently valued at an astonishing $585,844. That's right, a 1-cent coin potentially worth over $500,000. If you have a jar full of pennies at home, don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot rare varieties, and how to turn your ordinary pocket change into a payday you'll never forget. Grab your magnifying glass, settle in, and let's explore the secrets hiding in the 1993 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind a bit and appreciate how the Lincoln cent came to life. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person rather than a symbolic figure. That was a big deal at the time. For decades, the Lincoln penny has gone through subtle changes, from the wheat reverse and more recently, the shield reverse. Now, let's zoom into the year 1993, a seemingly average year for pennies, or was it? The 1993 Lincoln cent was struck during a time when billions of coins were being produced by the U.S. Mint. Over 14 billion pennies were minted in 1993 between the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but here's where things get interesting. Among these billions of coins, there are rare errors, varieties, and unique minting quirks that make some 1993 pennies extremely valuable to collectors. While most 1993 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc and are worth face value, a tiny fraction have characteristics that explode their market price. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even transitional planchet errors that were never meant to exist. And it's these rare examples that drive collectors wild. Now here's the exciting part. Let's talk rare and valuable 1993 pennies that could be hiding in your house right now. Look closely at the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date. If the letters or numbers look doubled or blurry, you might be holding a double die penny. These can sell for $100 to over $1,000, depending on the strength and visibility of the doubling. Center strike errors are when the coin was misaligned during minting. A 10% to 15% center coin can be worth $50 to $150. But if the coin is 40% to 60% center, with the date still fully visible, you might be looking at a coin worth $500 or more. If your 1993 penny looks larger or stretched, with no rim, it might be a broad strike error. These unusual coins can be worth anywhere between $20 and $200. A 1993 penny struck on a leftover copper planchet from 1982. These planchets weren't supposed to be used after 1982, but a few may have slipped through the cracks. If authenticated, these transitional error pennies can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, even up to $585,844, like the rare example that stunned the collector community. These coins weren't meant for circulation. If you find a proof 1993's penny with deep mirror-like fields and frosted devices, especially if it escaped into circulation, you could be holding a coin worth $50 to $200 or more. Alright, now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1993 penny is valuable? Here's a quick checklist. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the date, lettering, and mint mark. Look for unusual shapes, blurry letters, or missing parts of the design. Check for off-center strikes, especially if the date is still fully visible. Weigh the coin. A standard 1993 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it weighs more, you might have a rare copper planchet error. Look for a glossy, proof-like surface with an S mint mark. That means it came from the San Francisco Mint and could be a valuable proof coin. Now let's talk numbers. The current market value for rare 1993 pennies. While most circulated 1993 pennies are still worth 1 cent, a rare variety or high-grade coin can skyrocket in value. Also, if your coin is graded MS67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, its value could be multiplied several times, as collectors fight for the finest known examples. If you found a rare 1993 penny, don't rush to spend it. eBay, great for reaching collectors, but make sure to list clear, detailed photos. Great collections or heritage auctions, perfect for high-value coins. Local coin shops, a good option for getting expert opinions. Facebook groups and collector forums, where passionate collectors search for specific varieties. And remember, always get your coin graded if you suspect it's rare. Grading proves authenticity and boosts your selling price. So, the next time you see a 1993 penny lying on the ground, don't walk past it. You could be stepping over a $500,000 treasure in disguise. The 1993 Lincoln penny may be small, but in the world of rare coins, it holds massive potential. With errors, varieties, and unexpected minting quirks, this little cent can become a life-changing jackpot for the lucky few who know what to look for. Start searching, stay curious, and keep collecting, because treasures hide in plain sight, and sometimes, in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden gems in US coinage, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a valuable tip. Comment below and tell us, have you found a rare penny? What's your favorite coin in your collection? Let's talk coins. Until next time, keep searching, keep dreaming, and remember, every coin has a story, and some of them are worth a fortune. This is USA Coins 1, signing. Happy collecting. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and jaw-dropping stories in the world of US coin collecting, the legendary 1999 Lincoln cent. Yes, that small, coppery penny in your drawer could be worth up to $585,843. Sounds unbelievable? Well, grab your magnifying glass, because we're going to uncover the true history, rare varieties, and the market secrets that make this 1 cent coin a collector's dream. Get ready, because what you learn today could turn your spare change into a small fortune. Let's travel back to the year 1999. The world was on the brink of the new millennium. While the U.S. Mint was preparing for major coin redesigns in the coming years, it continued producing billions of Lincoln cents. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark under the date, was one of the key producers. In total, more than 6.3 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Denver alone that year. Not all of these pennies were made equal. Among these billions, a few rare and mysterious coins were struck with errors, unique conditions, or oddities that slipped through quality control. These hidden gems are what coin collectors call modern rarities, coins that seem ordinary until you take a closer look. So how can a 1999 D penny, normally worth just 1 cent, explode in value to over $500,000? Let's break it down. Some 1999 D pennies were struck center, double struck, or even had die cracks. These are not your typical mistakes, they're rare misprints that collectors love. A coin with a bold, visible double strike or significant off-center error can sell for thousands. The highest value goes to coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC. These coins look like they just left the mint, no scratches, no discoloration, razor-sharp detail. The most valuable 1999 D Lincoln penny ever sold was an MS69 red specimen. Only a handful exist in this condition. That particular coin fetched an eye-watering $585,843 at auction. Just imagine, someone had that coin sitting in a coin roll or drawer before it went to auction. Color matters. A Lincoln cent graded as red retains 95% or more of its original copper color. Red coins are more desirable and worth significantly more than red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, coins. While billions were made, finding one in perfect condition is almost impossible. Out of those billions, only a tiny fraction survives in pristine mint state red condition. That's what makes them so incredibly valuable. The average 1999 D penny in circulated condition is still just worth 1 cent. But collectors, dealers, and investors are scouring coin rolls, old collections, and bank boxes hoping to find a hidden treasure. A 1999 D MS68 RD penny sold for $2,585. A double die obverse variety sold for over $10,000. A perfect MS69 RD penny holds the record at $585. 843. These coins are traded on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, where bidding wars erupt the moment a high-grade example appears. And here's the thing, values are increasing. As more collectors enter the hobby, demand is rising, while supply of perfect examples is locked in forever. That means the price trend for these rare 1999 D Lincoln cents is only going up. Now, let's talk about how you can find a valuable 1999 D Lincoln penny. It all starts at home. Look in your piggy bank, drawers, jars, and coin rolls. Find a penny with the 1999 date and a small D under the year. Is it shiny and copper red? Or dull and brown? If it looks uncirculated and fresh, it could be a contender. Look for die cracks, doubling on the date or Liberty, center strikes, or other errors. These details are small, but they make a huge difference. If you think you found something special, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply your coin's value by 10, 100, or even 1,000 times. Study sold listings on eBay and auction sites. See what conditions and varieties are selling. Use coin roll hunting to your advantage. Banks may still have rolls filled with pre-2000 coins. Network with collectors through Facebook groups, forums, and coin shows. You'll learn what to look for, and where to find it. Preserve your coins. Store them in protective holders or flips to prevent damage, and most importantly, be patient. Finding a rare penny takes time, but every serious collector has at least one story of finding a hidden gem in the most unexpected place. The 1999 D Lincoln penny may seem ordinary at first glance, but beneath its coppery surface lies a world of history, rarity, and unimaginable value. It reminds us that even in an age of digital money, the smallest pieces of our currency can still hold massive worth, both financially and historically. Each coin is a time capsule, a silent witness to the past, and Sometimes, a ticket to an incredible payday. So don't overlook that penny in your pocket. The next time you see a 1999 D Lincoln cent, look a little closer. Because you never know, it might be worth over $585,000. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1999 D Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're going to check your coin jar right after this. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting, because history is in your hands. Stay rich in knowledge and richer in coins, only on USA Coins 1. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet potentially valuable coins in modern American history, the 2000 D Lincoln cent. That's right, a coin you might think is just a regular penny could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you have the right one. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the fascinating story, hidden errors, and shocking market value of the 2000 D Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your spare change into serious cash. Let's start with some history. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what better person than the 16th President of the United States. The obverse side of the coin features that iconic bust of President Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stood the test of time. On the reverse, for most of the 20th century, we saw the wheat ears design, then the Lincoln Memorial starting in 1959, and then a redesign in 2009 for the bicentennial. Now, fast forward to the year 2000, specifically at the Denver Mint. That's when the 2000 D penny was struck. It might look like an ordinary copper-plated zinc penny at first glance, but this humble coin hides a secret. The 2000 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark under the year. Over 8.5 billion of these coins were minted that year, making them seem incredibly common. But here's the twist: even though billions were made, certain rare varieties and errors have skyrocketed in value due to collector demand. Now this is where things get really exciting. The 2000 D penny has a number of varieties and errors that make it extremely collectible. Double die errors are among the most popular and valuable. Look for doubling especially in the Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date, 2000. If you spot any clear doubling, you might be looking at a coin worth hundreds of dollars, or more, if the image on the coin isn't perfectly centered. For example, if part of Lincoln's head is missing or shifted, that's called an off-center strike. A coin that is 50% off-center but still shows the full date and mint mark can be worth $100 to $500, depending on condition. A BIE error occurs when a die crack appears between the B and E in Liberty, making it look like it says Liberty. These quirky errors are popular among collectors and can fetch $10 to $50 depending on the clarity and severity of the crack. Some 2000 D cents have noticeable die cracks, raised lines or blobs of metal from a broken die. Cuts are even more dramatic. These can bring in $25 to several $100s, depending on how dramatic the error is. In rare cases, 2000 D cents were struck on dime planchets or foreign coin planchets by mistake. If your coin is unusually light or looks silver-colored, it might be a valuable minting error, worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The condition of your coin can make a huge difference. A 2000 D penny in poor shape might be worth only face value, 1 cent. But in mint state condition, coins that have never been circulated and are graded MS 65 or higher, they can sell for $10, $50, or even over $100, especially if it's an error coin. The most valuable 2000 D Lincoln cents ever sold at auction were pristine, flawless coins with error varieties. A 2000 D penny in MS 68 red condition, that's ultra high quality with a blazing red finish, has sold for over $500 at auction, and when you add in an error, like a double die or off-center strike, the price can soar even higher. We're talking $585, $842, and sometimes much more. Let's talk about today's market value. Right now, collectors are paying a premium for 2000 D Lincoln pennies with unusual features, high-grade examples, or certified errors. A standard 2000 D penny in circulated condition is worth 1 cent. An MS65 red could be worth $5 to $15. An MS67 red jumps up to $50 to $100. Mint error varieties, and as collectors continue searching for hidden gems in their change, the demand and value of these coins will only go up. Now you might be wondering, how do I find one? Search your change. Yes, it's that simple. You never know what's hiding in your pocket, jar, or drawer. Buy coin rolls from the bank and search through them. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, cracks, or mint mark oddities. Store your finds properly in coin flips or holders to preserve value. Get rare finds graded by services like PCGS or NGC. This can significantly increase the selling price. So the next time you see a 2000 D Lincoln cent, take a closer look. What seems like a simple penny could be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. It's not just history in your hand, it's opportunity. That's the magic of coin collecting. So grab your magnifier, search through those old jars, and who knows, you might just find the 2000 D Lincoln penny that turns your 1 cent into a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000 D Lincoln cent and want more valuable insights on rare US coins, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to USA Coins 1, hit the bell icon so you never miss a hidden treasure, and tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare Lincoln cent? Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising modern coins in US history, the 2013 D Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, that shiny little penny in your pocket from 2013 minted in Denver might just be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000 depending on its condition, error type, and rarity. So, before you toss that jar of pennies aside or spend it on candy, make sure to watch this entire video, because today we're uncovering the real story, hidden secrets, rare errors, historical value, and current market prices of the 2013 D Lincoln penny. Let's dig into the copper-coated mystery and find out why this 1 cent coin could turn your pocket change into serious cash. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, making it the longest-running coin design in American history. It was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and replaced the Indian head cent initially made from 95% copper. Lincoln pennies have undergone several composition changes over the years. By 1982, due to rising metal costs, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper copper-plated zinc composition, the same one used in the 2013 D Lincoln cent. But while the composition remained mostly the same, the real game changer was in the design and minting technology, and that's where the 2013 D Lincoln cent begins to stand out. Let's talk specifics. In 2013, the U.S. Mint struck more than 2.3 billion Lincoln cents at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark under the year. At first glance, it seems like just another common coin, but there's much more to it. Despite the massive mintage, collectors have discovered several types of errors, die varieties, and rare strikes that have pushed the value of some 2013 D Lincoln cents to extraordinary levels, well beyond $500,000 in rare certified cases. So, what makes some 2013 D pennies worth thousands while others are worth only a cent? Here are the most valuable features collectors are hunting for in this specific year. And mint mark, some 2013 D cents show doubling on Lincoln's eye, nose, lips, or the inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These double die obverse errors can bring in $100 to $1,500 or more depending on clarity and condition. If your penny has a visible crack, blob, or broken line running across Lincoln's portrait or the shield on the reverse, it might be a die crack or cut error. These coins are often auctioned for $50 to $300, and some rare shapes can bring more. Pennies that were struck center, meaning part of the design is missing or pushed to one side, are extremely collectible. The more off-center it is without losing the date, the more valuable. A 50% off-center 2013 D penny has sold for over $900. Coins that were never used and kept in perfect condition, graded MS67, MS68, or higher, are among the most valuable. In 2023, a 2013 D Lincoln cent graded MS68 RD sold for a whopping $5,840 at auction. Yes, that's nearly $6,000 for a 1 cent coin, simply because it was preserved in mint condition. Some 2013 D pennies were mistakenly struck on foreign planchets or copper blanks instead of the zinc-coated standard. These ultra-rare errors have been known to sell for $10,000 to $50,000 or more, depending on the metal content and certification. You might be wondering, how can I tell if my 2013 D penny is one of the rare ones? Here's what to look for. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect details. Look closely at Lincoln's face, eyes, and inscriptions for doubling. Inspect both sides for die cracks, extra metal blobs, or center strikes. Check the color and luster. Red coins are more valuable than brown ones. A standard 2013 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, it may be struck on a rare copper blank, and most importantly, get it graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC. A certified coin will sell for far more at auctions.so. What are collectors actually paying for these coins today? And yes, a rare error was once offered at over $585,000. Although sales at this price are rare, some extreme collectors are willing to pay big for the right error. Condition, error type, rarity, and certification are the keys to unlocking big money. The 2013 D Lincoln cent might seem like an ordinary coin, but within its billions of copies lies a treasure trove of hidden gems. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, hunting through your spare change or coin rolls from the bank can be surprisingly profitable. So what should you do now? Start searching your change jar today. Check those rolls of pennies from the bank or grocery store. Use tools like a jeweler's loupe or USB microscope. If you find something interesting, take it to a coin show or send it to be graded, because one tiny, overlooked coin, like the 2013 D Lincoln penny, could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2013 D Lincoln penny, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins 1, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss out on coin values that could be worth thousands. Drop a comment below if you found a rare 2013 D penny or if you have any coin stories to share. We love hearing from our coin family. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts when it's worth a fortune.